Welcome back to what I believe is the 15th build installment of Blastoise by LEGO Pokemon. This is set number 72153. Contains 6,838 pieces, retails for $649.99, and set was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. And yeah, we started on Blastoise, at least a little bit of them, so that's like the lower belly. And which does cover bags, I think 38 and 39. And I'm pretty pleased with the build, but today we're going to be focusing on bags 40, 41, and 42. And today is, oh, my mind went blank, the 13th of May 2026. And basically what we're going to do, we're just going to cover these in one installment, which should just pretty much cover the whole entire upper torso and stuff. So I'm just going to focus on that one today. Which you can tell is pretty much that thing there. And yeah, this set's packed with a lot of color and features. Score still out of 7. Let's hope it doesn't drop down any further. But yeah, I still got to make a note. 3 brick separators, which is cool. So obviously this set's divided up for 3 people to build. Well, before we begin, these videos are not to be considered or construed as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just my notes so I can compile them for the review. In addition, these are just for entertainment purposes, not to be considered as my full-time job. This is something I just do fun as for a hobby. And lastly, the wording and verbiage and commentary is mine and mine alone. LEGO doesn't pay me to say anything, so if it's a good set, it gets a good score. If it's a bad set, well, you know the drill. So that's pretty much where we're going there with that. And overall, the disclaimers seem like they're helping a bit, at least on this channel. Okay, well, let's begin. Let's build it. And so it begins. So yeah, we're going to do 3 bags in this one here. Like I said, I tried to divide these out where they make a little bit more sense than just, you know, your typical, let's hurry up and get it done in one type thing here. You know, for Blastoise being blue and gray and tan and stuff, like you look at this on the front of the book, where's all these bright colors at, huh? So LEGO at least hide, I mean, because this looks fun. I mean, we got even magenta in there and lime green. I mean, I have to admit, at least LEGO's got these sets packed with color. So you're not just building some boring white turd. You're actually building something fun, which is really cool. So we got some nice bright colors in the set, so it's even better. And I know some say, well, Jay, it's kind of a little juvenile if you have the bright colors. Who cares, really, you know? I mean, as long as it's fun and colorful, I don't care what colors are in it. Except if it's boring white, then we're going to have problems. But, yeah. So, I mean, sets like this are always a treat to put together. The only thing bad about large sets is they do take a lot more time to put together. So if you're not patient, you know, this probably is not for you. At least I'm being honest about it. So I had to check up on some videos right now. I got 1 through 11 on YouTube. 11 I got to finish up and release. I'm shadow filing 12. 13 I got to do on another machine. And 14 we just filmed probably about maybe an hour ago. And now I'm working on 15, which is this one. So I'm hoping by the end of this week, and I'm going to try to get this one done here. And I may start that LEGO train. Boy, I don't see a lot of these bright color Technic bricks. I've tried to take that apart. But more and more, this set here is like more like a mock. This is like building somebody's mock than, you know, anything else. But I've been, oh, you know what I forgot to do? No. I thought I messed up. No. I thought, okay, we got to make 4 of those. I was like, did I forget something? No, I did not. Yeah, the price of this set makes it unachievable for a lot of builders, unfortunately. Lego is getting expensive just all around, even before the pandemic, before the tariffs. Lego was expensive. Lego was expensive back in the 80s too, 70s. But Lego is not like your typical toy. It's not where it has a limited play value. After you've grown out of it, you kind of stash it. Something like Lego is a little different. This is not just a toy that you just play with and you stash it somewhere, or you toss it or donate it. I mean, I have one or two sets that are like back from the 70s and 80s that I've acquired. And surprisingly, those parts are compatible with this, which is even better. So that's why I'm saying Lego is just a backwards compatible toy. Now I gotta find the headlight brick. Where did that go? I'm not gonna accuse. Oh, there it is, right there in front of my face. It's about to point the finger at Lego, but now I'm behaving today. But yeah, Lego's a nice backwards compatible, I like to call it an art medium than anything. It's like some people look at a Lego set and going, oh, this is just a kid's toy. I don't know, to me, I don't know. That's not how I look at it. I look at it as, oh, this could be something fun here. Boy, it doesn't look like anything that's going inside of them, huh? Look how bright and colorful that is. We just have every color of the rainbow in this little batch here. Alright, okay. But I mean, he's just doing this stuff in general is just fun. Just to build something, get away from the computer, cut off social media. And speaking of that, I've been looking at some of my sites that I'm using, like Threads. I don't know, this might be the last year I'm using that. I'm not really getting any followers on there or anything like that. I'm going to probably discontinue that one. I got rid of Twitter before it changed its name, and so it'll die as Twitter with me because I stopped using it. So I just didn't care to use old Twitter anymore. Okay, that goes inside like that. Yeah. Okay. I think I did it right. We don't know yet. I also stopped using Pinterest because they kept changing the site. It was almost impossible to upload stuff. They wanted a certain format, and I said, okay, I'm cutting back social media. I'll just keep it for historical purposes, but I cannot keep spending hours on one thing trying to write up a promotion for a video. I just kind of said, no, I just can't keep putting the time into this anymore. So I'm trying to cut things back and make things simpler. I really want to focus more on building stuff and less on boring things. Did I forget to put Technic pins in there? No, I didn't. I mean, I saw these holes, but I thought there's got to be something that goes in there. Oh, maybe these nails. Well, we don't know yet. We haven't gotten that far. Okay, now we're doing the other one here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I think I may have made a mistake. Okay, yes I did. Yes I did. Alright, so there actually is a Technic pin that goes... Well, okay, I put the Technic pin... Did I put it on the wrong side? I did. Okay, that's my bad. Alright, how do you get that out of there? We'll just take this nail and pop it out. That'll do it. That's why some of you say you like the mistakes left in the videos. Just to kind of, you know, if you make that mistake like I did, it helps you work it out. Troubleshooting at its finest. I mean, we got to have it. I'm doing it again. That's... Guys and gals, I kid you not, I just dislike Technic with a passion. I don't quite understand it. I understand its appeal for robotics, but I just don't like it too much. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? My hand was covered in this. I was like, what am I supposed to put there? Yeah, I'm royally messing up. That's how you know, and yes, this is a bedside build, so maybe I need... That's telling me I need to go to bed, huh? I need to go to bed. Watch those bad animes. I gotta have a chuckle for the night before I go to bed. Oh, wait a minute, we're not supposed to put that in there right now. Wait, I'm not paying attention today, am I? I can't blame Lego for that. Alright, because we haven't put this other piece in here. And yeah, so I'm going to try to get as much stuff filmed as I can today and tomorrow for my trip. So I'm going to do as much as I can. You won't notice a difference. And then that goes right in there. Yeah, with all this interlocking, this is a very strong bracket here. That ain't going anywhere. Let's see here. And you think we're done? No, 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 no. We're not done. We got a long ways to go. We're not even, you know what gets me? Wait till I get to, I can't wait to see what the last piece is when we put it on here. I could just cheat and look in the building guide, but so this one here, try not to yawn in your ear. Hold it like this. Okay, it goes like that. Okay. Now we got to make its mate or its mirror. Trying to think of any of the cartoons to watch. That Jujutsu Kaisen one, I got to get into that one. I got into like the first episode. It seemed pretty cool, and I just haven't got back into it because I've been getting into the other ones right now. So I don't want to get too hooked into anime. Next thing you know, I become an anime junkie and just watch the hours upon hours of it. Although there's nothing wrong with it. I just want to pace myself. I don't want to ruin the newness and the flavors. I just kind of watch a few episodes a day on different various things, and then that's all I do. It's like Lego. I mean, some days I'll have a build marathon, but then there's some days I'm like, I don't feel like putting anything together, and I'll just happily walk away from it. And we don't put that in there yet. Yeah, Mother's Day is past. That means Father's Day's coming up. That's going to be pretty rough. Got annoying hair hanging in my face. Boy, this stuff grows so fast. Oh, my buddies are balding. They don't even. Their hair grows so slow. Here, mine just still grows like a weed. I can't keep it under control. My barber's like, you gotta come in here at least once a month, and I'm like, dude, for $50, and you're talking about raising your rates up again. I don't know about that. You know, it just things are getting expensive. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep the fade or should I go for something else. You know, at my age, I really don't want to just have long hair because it just looks kind of, I don't know. That I would have to go to a salon and have done. Barbers are good for shearing. I'd have to go to a stylist, which I really don't want to become high maintenance. All right. Okay, I see how that goes in. It's like, well, how is this going to get attached in there? Okay, I see the pins. Okay. Not too bad, huh? We got that far. And I've been really hoarding these up here, inverted slopes. These are, I have a large butter container. There's, you know, probably about that big, just of these. And it's actually starting to overflow after all these years, so I don't really ever use those that often, but they're starting to become more common in sets, so it tells me I need to start hanging on and hoarding those up a bit. And then we got these here. And then the Technic nail goes in there. We really are locking this in. I thought it was just to do this so you can control them like a game controller. No, it's not. It's called a... We got to force the nail in. Let me make sure. Okay, it goes right on this side here. Alright. And that's it for that bracket. With only one... Oh, no, we got 2 pieces remaining. I mean, yeah. Alright, now we're going to move on to bag 41. Let's get going on that. It took us, what, a few minutes? 15, 16 minutes to get that bag done. Not too bad. Alright. When I see a bunch of Technic pins and brackets, I've never seen those before. Ooh, now these would be perfect. You know how you got those other ones that curve? Perfect for trees. You just got to get them in brown or medium nougat or dark orange. Then you could just do them like this, and you can actually attach branches to them. In fact, those would be good for my forest setups. I mean, we have the 2x2 rounded plates, but nothing with the cross hole like that. We just got to get more of them now. So we're right back to this thing here again. Okay. Make sure I got it facing where I can make sense out of it. Oh, bag 41's already starting with the most smallest parts first. So, yeah, I mean, if you're interested in something like this, like I said, this set here is not for your ham and egg Lego builder. This set here is designed literally for one purpose, and that's for your Lego or your Pokemon enthusiast. So they give you a call out in the book here. You need 6 stud longs, and let's see here. I'm just eyeballing it. Pretty close, huh? That's it. Looks good. At least they provide it. I don't do that in mine because you're on a screen. It's a little hard to do that. And these go through here, and you're going to have to fight to get that in there. Like literally, you're going to have to wiggle and jiggle that in. And I would have shoved these in here first before I would have put those plates in there. I'm not sure. I think it's just meant to keep it all strength and strong and stuff, but yeah. Well, if I'm going to have to take this thing apart, that's going to be impossible. Now, I mean, something like this set here, this is more of a novelty set. I mean, if you're watching this to see what parts are involved, I wouldn't buy this set just for parts. Now, if they had it on clearance for, let's say, $100, yeah, I'd scarf it up just for pieces, but for 650 bucks, it's about 9 or 10 cents a piece. That's not too bad. That's pretty average. So the set's pretty average. Why do we have it on clocks for? I turned off my stopwatch. So, yeah. So we're doing a bunch of Technic today. Like, we're just going to Technic this thing up. I mean, we may as well just be building a car engine at this point. There we go. Stick that in there. And we make 2 slopes. Okay, I see where they go. So you got to make 2 of these. These are going to hold that pin in there. Sometimes Lego does really, some of these builds are just so elegant. It's like, why did they do this? But I mean, at least we're not using boring colors in this one. I mean, I kid you not. We're not using really any boring colors. So when I do the review, and I just got to remind myself, I need to keep a note sheet. So far, the set's at a 7. The build experience is really good. Build quality, I'm going to say, for its size, it's okay. But the build experience is the one thing, because the build experience is like, okay, we're building, we're having don't. We're having fun here. It's an enjoyable set. I'm engaged with the build. I'm not like, I feel like I have to hurry up and get it done. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, because I'm not bored. If I'm not bored, now, I mean, obviously I don't think a 9-year-old can put this one together unless they're heavily disciplined. But this is one of those sets where you're going to have to pace yourself. Just do a bag a day if you really want to do that. You can do 2 bags a day. Take you about 30 or so days to do it. You can do 3 bags a day, and it could take you 20 days to get it done. Still take about a month. So really think about how you want to do it. But something like this, you know, this is meant to be built with a group of friends. This is just that. 3 to 6 builders. Of course, you could do it solo. I would not recommend it unless you're really in a dying hurry to get this done before your grandma comes and visits. But yeah. Oh. Did I forget something in there? Oh, I did. Okay, well, now we know I left that piece on the bottom, but whoopsie. Somebody's going to cuss me out on that one. But there we go, right there. And then on top of that, oh, dark brown 2x2 plates. That's a nice furniture color, but I think I got a few of those in my collection. Like I said, I don't want the stands, but as far as for this set alone, I'm really inclining on just taking this one apart. I think I'm going to hang on to this one. Once it gets really bad and starts falling apart, I may part it out, but for right now, this one's going to be just a display item, just to put on display for exhibit. Okay, now we got to make 2 of these brackets here. Okay. I mean, Lego's a fun hobby to get into for any age, and we were talking about this on Discord if I had kids. Would you let your kids play with your Lego collection? Well, yeah, why wouldn't I? It's for all ages. There's some adults out there that lock up their Lego room where the kids can't play in there. I wouldn't care. Unless they're taking the stuff, throwing it around and all that stuff, then I would have problems with it, but you know. Okay, I'm gonna do steps 284 and 285 together, because I got a bunch of these here. So let's just do these real quick. But yeah, but as for the tutorials I've been thinking about, we talked about this in the last installment series. I got a vehicle that I want to kind of tinker with. So I'm going to start working on a prototype and a concept and get going on that. I think it's going to be really cool. And I got 4 vehicles to make for the year. I got some for next year. Haven't started them yet, so you may see those on my early releases and stuff. And I got to pay attention to the flange. Make sure the flange is facing outwards, because we're going to use these as pins. So this time I've learned to kind of stick the flange. I'll show you here. See the flanges? Yeah, they're supposed to be right here. So just note that. Okay, now we got to marry these 2 items together here. So it looks like, let me get this zoomed out for you before we do anything here. It shows it hanging over like this. Okay, so this, well, let's take a look at the next page. Okay, so steps 287 and 288 you're going to have to do really quick. This is supposed to sit in here, and you're going to have to push these pins in. So just push them in real quick, like that. So now, I guarantee we're going to have to lock that in down there. And we're not going to get to that yet, obviously, because we're not ready for that. But yeah. When it comes to this Technic stuff, work real slow unless you're comfortable with Technic. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not an expert on this. People think I'm an expert. No, I mess up all the time, so I'm going to be honest with you. Now, something like this, I'm going to fit this loose and just barely press it in. It should fit right in there. Now, how does Lego come up with these ideas? Just simple, use geometry. Now it doesn't move. Geometry for the win. So if you're a math nerd, you could develop anything you want here. Let's see here. Now we got to rotate it like that. And these go like that. Okay. We're a long ways away from seeing Blastoids, huh? I know some of you say you watch these just for fun, which is cool. Okay. We may as well be building a Technic set here. Yeah, you know, no matter where you run, you can't hide. You just cannot hide from Technic, folks. You're going to have to do it. And we're using the rounded hole. I think these are used for car engines or something. Okay, and then after that, take the log piece. I don't know how critical it is. No, we can't do that. Shove that in there. It doesn't tell me which hole. Does it go here? Yeah, it goes like that. Just make sure your hole is sitting like that. I don't know how critical it is. Well, I don't want to find out, so I'm going to take my time. Okay. Oh, we got to make 2 of these. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Let me do that real quick. Let me get up to this point. Because I really don't want to do this thing again here. Okay. Jay, now you can survive. Yeah, I can, but do I want to? So we're going to do both of these right now. Let's just do them out of the way here. Okay. How much time do I have on this memory card? 22 minutes? Oh no, I forgot to put that in there, but no, I did it anyway, so there we go. We're almost matching here. Oh no, almost messed up, and I would have been roasted for that. Talk too much and people complain about it. Okay, so we got 2 of those now. Oh, we don't want to forget these. I'm getting a bunch of those now. The little, believe it or not, that's a Technic beam. You know, like the ones that go up to 15 studs. Yeah, that's a 1x1 Technic beam, a lift arm. You're not going to do much lifting with that. I use them for pipes, though. And then we take these things, and we got to flip this thing around till it's sitting like that. And this, we plug it in somewhere, I think right there. It looks like it fits there. Now, that's going to be a challenge, huh? I think we'd better just start with one end and wiggle it in. So what is that? It's flippers to swim underwater. Is that what it's for? So I'm going to just kind of wiggle one in a little bit and just start the other one and just kind of shove them in there. There we go. That doesn't go in all the way, though. Is that how it's supposed to be? Yeah. Oh, but they're like this. Okay. Maybe that's this Blastoise part, the rocket launchers. And that's it. That is it for bag 41. Alright, we're going to wrap it up with bag 42. And I want to thank everyone on my main channel and Patreon for being contributors. It's always a big help. Because I got lots of ideas to share, just not enough time to do them. So hopefully that'll persuade me. Oh, yuck, we got 2 bags with Technic pieces. It's like, we'll be here for a while. And I want to thank everyone on checking out my Rebrickable profile and looking at my building guides. And lastly, If you like seeing me build these really big, large, nasty sets, you're in the right place. Feel free to subscribe, drop a comment, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, you know. And if you don't like what I'm doing here, you don't like my demeanor, I'll understand. Why? We got to do tons of these little bags here. So I was hoping to squeeze all this on a memory card. I may not. I may, I was hoping maybe to do one more tonight. I may not be able to do another one tonight, but that's fine. Because with all the Technic pieces, yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun here. So it looks like we're building another section to the torso. Now you see why I had it divided up the way I did. Because after this will be limbs and the head, and that's not too bad. But at least Lego did not make this just a gray, white, black, whatever boring turd. This set has got a lot of color. So as you can see, this, it's just like I'm putting together like a creator set. It's got a lot of hidden colors in here. So if you heard me complain and rant about the educational sets, you know, those were just kind of bland compared to this. Yeah, it's night and day here. It's night and day. Trying to find the angle plates. Well, we're getting to the boring tan color now. Let's start sorting things because I'm trying to find the angle plates and I don't see them. When you can't find something right away, do what I'm doing. Just start pulling out parts. Just start separating things by color. You could also separate by type and size. You could do it all if you want, if you have a big enough work area. And oh, they were in the small bag. Well, at least I had that color at least pulled out. So that's what I was looking for there. And okay. All right. I miss the old creator sets, but sadly those things are gone now. 1x3 Technic bricks. Focus, please. Thank you. Okay. Well, we're putting that together. Yep. Somebody asked me the way I talk in these, do I drink like alcohol? No, I don't drink any type of alcohol. Sometimes I just get goofy. It just depends on how tired I am. So right now you caught me in a decent mood. I didn't block anybody, which is kind of sad too. Well, it's a good thing, but yeah, no bad stories to tell. And we'll keep it like that. Yeah, sometimes I'm building this stuff, I'm like, what are we building here, you know? Something that's just kind of a, like, what are we doing, you know? So, get the torso built, that would be great. And another time I'll do limbs later. Because I'm no big hurry to really get this one done, but I like to get it done promptly just so I can do the write-up. The write-up on this one's going to be easy. The review's going to be easy. Write-up's going to be... First off, there's no play value with this. This is just a shelf queen. Build quality's average. Build experience is really good. So I'm having fun with it here. What? How did that happen? Wow. Crumble, crumble. Let's see here. It's like, what did I do wrong there? Because it's falling apart. Now it shouldn't do that. And then we got to put some round tiles on it. You know, I have that pick apart order, and I have not even done that yet. I got one more work day, then I can focus on fun stuff. Yeah, so this is more or less just like paints. Like if you're into painting and stuff, you got your paints and you got your paintbrush. Here's your canvas. You put it together. You do it from your imagination. You know, that kind of thing. I don't know if I'm going to film anymore, I think what I'm going to do is after I get done with this one here, I'm going to call it a night and then worry about the other ones later. What I try to do is I try to pack the cards in real tight. Oh, I thought that had only just studs on two sides. I needed them for a tutorial. Would I part them out of this? No, I just know I can order them for a future build. Okay, so it goes like that, I think. Yes, it does. All right, rotate it around. Yeah, I got a bunch of new tutorials that I really want to get into, though, so I'm going to be focusing. I may just take a breather. Maybe the weekend I'll film a little bit more. No, I'm not going to be here this weekend. Okay, I won't. What am I going to do? I don't know yet. All right, so this, I thought it was taking a 2x2 brick. No, this goes in here like this. Oh no, I'm missing Death Note. I've already seen it, but still, I like to see what kind of trouble Light Yagami's going to get himself into. If he's ever going to get caught. I won't spoil it for anybody, but Light Yagami. Let's just say I wouldn't want to get on his bad side. Yeah, these little frames are good for making cars and stuff, so you get them, hoard them. Get them in various colors. They're really, it could be a really good lifesaver for building vehicles. Okay. And plates. Yeah, I'm hoping to get this done by Christmas. By the time I get done with this, I'll be doing this, finishing up the set by a nice warm fire. Whoa! You got to put that in there. Let's see here. Yeah, I got some ideas that I want to preserve. What I was trying to explain to Lego, because I think Lego doesn't like us doing our own creations if you're the ambassador thing. First off, I don't want to be stuck doing somebody else's build, and two, you know, I like to preserve my imagination. There's going to be one day where I'm going to forget. I hope it's not anytime soon. So I'm cutting back on set reviews. I've already rejected another offer that they were going to send me. I thought, okay, I'm not going to be able to do this one, so I just told them, no, don't send it to me. Because I've been cracking down on just what I consider junk sets, like stuff that I'm just not interested in. And you know, oh Jay, you're turning down free product. Well, there's just sometimes you get too much. You can't do everything. And some of the stuff that they're sending me is sets that I'm just not interested in. Like, okay, these right here are going to be boring. You know, I'm not going to be able to fill the model, or I don't even know about the theme too much. And it just gets to that point where it's like, oh, let's leave these for somebody else who knows a little bit more than me. I like these corner tiles because they're so compatible. But yeah, why? Because these go on the top there. Like that. Okay, we got that out of the way. Step 316. I mean, used to build with these when I was a little kid, you know. Seeing that in a $600 set, that's a kind of a slap in the face there, Lego. I was like, oh, we gotta put a little simplicity in here. And oh yuck, we gotta do ball joints, but I gotta go check on a video. Okay, sorry about that. Had to step away there. So right now I'm trying to shadow file up some videos, and now we're getting into the nasty realm of Technic. But I've been just trying to get reviews done as fast as I can here. I got 9 minutes left. Can I get this done in 9 minutes? Probably not. So I'll have to probably split, which I hate doing. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. And, well, okay, make sure it's tipped in, obviously, but I still can't get that in there. Okay, I think it's going to have to go straight down in there for that to work. Alright, so that's in there. And then we got to make 4 of these Technic things here. Oh, you can't hide from Technic! Oh no! What hole do those go into? The middle hole? Don't push them in all the way because it doesn't show us that we can do that. So you got to make 4 of these and just kind of stick them in there barely. Yeah, tomorrow when I get home I got to fix a sprinkler. I got, well, moving one. I'm hoping to have that moved. I got the hole dug. I just got to tap into the pipe and put a couple of unions and a T in there, and I should be okay. I got the stuff here at the house to do it. What's the one thing I don't have is time to do it. I can't do nothing during work week. It's just impossible to get anything done. All right, and that's it for that. Now we got to take these 2 items here and marry these together. So it looks like, okay, this goes into, oh, it slides on that. Put it right on this thing here. Okay, why doesn't it go in? Because one of these is being a turd and it's in all the way. It goes right on in with things coming off. Build quality starting to lack a little bit there. You think there would have been studs down there. Unless it's supposed to swivel. And then you push these in. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't move. Maybe it's not supposed to. It's not too bad there. Okay, so I take it these are the water jets, but I don't know, I just looked at it now and just thought it made sense. Alright, medium nougat. Oh boy. Keeping an eye on the camera. Gotta be careful, I'm gonna run out of memory here. I'm not gonna have this done in 6 minutes, there's no way, unless I'm like, be done with it here. Because a bag like this takes about 20-25 minutes to do. And, well, we might. It's possible. But then I have to close the video and stuff. And this here goes like that. Stick that right in there. Okay. Like that. Let me bring this up just a hair. There we go, ready to go for you. Okay, now it looks like we're adding the skin on this thing here. So I'm going to tell you right now, I think this is going to be a mirror. Let's go ahead and see if we can mirror it out real quick. So I'm going to build this one here closest to me. I think that's how it's supposed to go. Yeah, it is. And then I'm going to do this one here as its reflection. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's been hot here. It's been just getting miserably hot. And I think the next few days we're going to be in the 80s, which is not too bad. So it gives me enough chance to get the sprinklers in order, get everything tuned up, make sure all the heads are lubed and stuff. Everything's working for the summer. Just to kind of get that done. And get the yard where I can keep it green with minimum water. Okay. So we're getting there. There's somebody blaring out the news full blast. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, this piece here, yeah, you make a mistake, it's going to crumble apart like a crumb cake. It's supposed to go like that, so let me pull this off here. If you're in a hurry, yeah, that's what's going to happen. There's just lots of little parts here. You know, when I build my big mocks, you know, there's always that question, Jay, do you ever get tired of building large mocks when I used to do them? Yes, after a while it was the same old thing when I was building my own stuff. It would take a toll out on you sometimes. And okay, this one goes here. And yeah, so sometimes I would get a little tired of doing my own mocks. It got to be where it was the same old thing, like building a giant house. Not that I don't like building my own houses, they would just take so much time. Okay, and those there are done. Got 3 minutes left. Thank goodness I have the other card in here because I can flip it over real quick. So this one here we built actually goes here. Okay, so got that all nicely wrapped around there, tailored real nice. Yeah, look at that. Really cool, huh? And let me see if I can really mush that down in there without breaking something here. It's pretty durable. For how long, I don't know. And then after that, we stick the shoulder pads on here. And then I'm going to have to, let's see here. I'm probably going to have to take a breather and swap cards. Yeah, we got Technic coming up, so let me do that real quick. Okay, about 10 minutes later, I'm back. I had to clean off a bunch here. So we left off with the mirrors. We just got those done. So we got both sides of this ready to go here. And now we got to focus on the Technic stuff and their mirrors. So let's get going on this stuff here. And you got to shove that in there like that. So you got to make 2 of those. Yeah, after a while I'm kind of pooped of doing Technic stuff. I had to delete a bunch of files off this card. There was just so many on here. I thought, oh, I haven't cleaned it, so I had to spend some time to clean them off. So you gotta stick those in there like that. These are mirrored, I don't know. Okay, so after that, we gotta make one like this. Shove this in here. That means that this one here gets shoved on the other side. Okay, like that. So yours should look like this here. And then, yeah, I mean, Technic is, to me, it's not fun. We got a long ways to go here. This is a set you really can't rush through. When you see a bag like that with 2 smaller bags and there's a lot of Technic stuff involved, yeah, we're going to be here for a while. So usually it's about 20-25 minutes. So this one's going to be about 30 minutes just for this bag alone, just doing this. So, yeah. I'm glad now I'm doing this now. Okay. So we put this one here. Well, let me make sure here. So the Technic pins go on one side and the shaft goes in the other. Right, so it's like that. And then we take this one that we worked on here. We're right back on, we're still on this side here. And okay, it goes like that. And then what I'm gathering is it locks in there. So this is like a key. All right, well, let's set that in there and find out. Making sure it's in the right one. It shows it there. See how this is starting to bind? So that needs to go in that hole. So you need to get that right in that hole there while you're trying to get those pins in there. Okay, I got that one in there. So we got to do the same thing on this side here. Get our thingamadiggy thing all lined up. There. I don't know what we're doing yet. This obviously it's shell on its back, but yeah. And then step 324 through 327 does the other side, which we did over here. Okay. And now we're getting back to the more familiar stuff that I'm used to. Regular bricks. Well, I got those in there. But these are nice for making trees and, you know, more primitive trees and bushes and stuff. So, yeah. Put these right in here. That. Okay. And then, I mean, we're almost done here. I may do another episode maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. 3x3 plates. These are always nice to have. Hey, at least now I'm back to my stomping grounds here. The regular bricks and plates. The basic stuff for me. And then now it looks like we're building something with mirrors. So these are like Technic plates or Technic bricks like that, or beam bricks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mirror them. You don't have to mirror, you just don't if you don't want to, if you don't feel comfortable in doing it. Hold the phone. Is it really going to matter which way these go? It's rounded. Let's keep the rounded sides facing towards one another here. Because I don't want to have to pop those out if I make a boo-boo there. Have to pull that apart will not be too fun. Then we got to take some rubber things and shove them in here. They use these things for the tracks, for grips when you're making like backhoes and stuff with the track that they ride on. Or if you're really inclined to make them, military tanks, but those are kind of boring to build. Okay, and then after that, we survived that part. These go on here with these. So we have this one we made here. This goes on like that. Okay, I see. So the rubber things are supposed to just go in there. And then the Technic brick locks at the bottom. Okay, I see what we're doing here. I see what we're doing. So this is probably going to add a little bit more stability in the builds. You can see it goes right in there. Okay. So yeah, this is we're getting somewhere with that now. We really are. We don't have a lot of parts left. We're getting to the meat here. But you know what I noticed? I forgot some steps here. I forgot these. Okay. I forgot step 325 here. Well, let's do that real quick. Hey, you know what? It's, you know, and it's like I've said, I don't want to remove mistakes because that doesn't do you any good. How does this guy build this stuff and not make mistakes? You know, I don't want to be known for that. You know, I want to be known to build something, mess up, and then we troubleshoot it. I don't make any mistakes. Oh, he made a mistake saying that, you know, that's the thing. But now we can correct our mistakes, and that's it. And we did all that. And that leaves us with now doing bag 43, which I'm not doing now, because bag 43 on up, I have to divide that part of the build out, because that is going to involve the limbs. And I got to read through it and see how I'm going to break it down. So I didn't mean to keep you guys and gals in school this long, but this is what we have remaining here for this installment. And yeah. Okay, summation of thoughts. That's what we have so far. Not too bad. I mean, it looks really cool, but that's all we've done. We're still missing limbs. We don't have a head or tail or cannons or anything like that. We're starting to get things here. I don't know. It's just got this on the back to turn the channels around, or turn the radio stations. We don't know yet, or just to pick it up. But I'm pretty pleased with it. It's pretty strong, except for my mistakes. Just be careful. If you're not sure about mirroring, don't do it. Just follow the booklet. I do it just for brevity. But honestly, though, you're getting a good build experience, but for the price tag, more and more, it's expensive, but you are getting a very lengthy build. This is going to be one of the builds that I'm going to remember putting together. But yeah, that's as far as we got here. But tell me what you think so far of Blastoise.